Go, let's go, let's go. We're back with Chalk Talk. Your host, me, JB, and we got a familiar foe again, Coach Law. I've been running into you a lot here the last 2 years. You guys, you're doing it up. Home Team Sports is coming back to Spring Mills tomorrow night. You guys got South Hagerstown. What's it like for you guys to come out hitting the ground running, I would say, with your team defensively, offensively? You're clicking on all cylinders. You guys got it figured out early. What is that like for you guys?
Well, honestly, it's a blessing in disguise to be able to come out running like this. I think when you look in the years past for us, it's been one of those things. We've been a second half team, and so for us to be able to jump out the first half and start taking care of business, I think it's an ultimate sign of like our guys growing up. We've been young the last couple of years. You look at our quarterbacks, some of our receivers and running back and linemen. They're now seniors, and so they've been here through the times where we were on the flip side of things. And so for those guys to now experience it and then push us to where we are now, that's just me tipping my hat to those boys.
Yeah, it's amazing to see Spring Mills' growth. I actually coached against Spring Mills back in 2020, 2013 when you guys started,
Okay.
and just seeing the small progression over the years of how you guys have become a contender. I really
Mhm.
believe that this is a year that you guys can make a deep run in the postseason. I think a lot of that goes to your quarterback play. Can you just talk a little bit about how he fits into your spread offense to make you guys click on all cylinders? You guys got
Yeah.
77 points in the first 2 weeks, so you guys are not shy of the end zone. So how does he fit into that system?
Well, I think when I think of Max, he actually started as a freshman for us in the Martinsburg game his freshman year. And so for him to be thrown into the wolves at that young age is just a matter of time. He's going to have to grow up real, real quick. And I mean, I can go back countless times throughout the years, Nini just working with him, his heart just to win. Like there's not going to be another guy who has that heart, who has that drive to win. He's a guy in practice, along with guys like Keon Mills that's pushing us. But Max means a lot. He gives us the option to do a lot of different things. It doesn't make us one dimension with the quarterback position. He can throw the ball, he can run the ball. We've dabbled a little bit in the RPO game, and it's one of those things. We meet weekly. And because he's got to be that guy on the field, because I
Yeah.
can't get out there, and he's got to understand this is what I'm looking for. This is his trigger. This is his read, and we've ultimately pushed him because he wants to play at the next level, and I
Yeah.
think he has the opportunity to play at the next level. And we're just trying to get him to the point where he needs to be as well to be able to compete at that next level.
I really want to focus in on Max today, which is like the Max spotlight.
Yeah.
I actually had the opportunity to watch him work out this summer.
Mhm.
I got a call and
Mhm.
was like, hey, come out to the field at 5:30 in the morning. I'm thinking like 5:30 in the morning. And I get out there and he's working out and he's pushing himself, he's pushing the receivers.
Yep.
From my understanding, he met with some coaches and started watching film.
Yep.
How does his leadership of what he's grown through over the summer translate to the field onto the players? Does it rub off? Do they see him as your guys' leader, your heart and soul, your football team?
Yeah, I think so. And again, like me being like, if I was a receiver with that kind of guy, my quarterback, I'm pushing myself so that way I'm not wrong in his eyes because he does have to strip that ball because we're more of an open team this year,
Yeah.
And so as opposed to having the H back in there, each one of those guys want the ball. And so they're each trying to do the best of their ability to be in the right spot so they get the ball and be on the same level as him. So I do think it's one of those things that does carry on with he's pushing at this high of a level, those other guys want to get to the same level and match what he's doing.
Well, I was looking at the rankings, and right now you guys are three.
Mm.
You had two big wins.
Hmm.
I'm sure the students, the teachers, Spring Mills is on fire. Have you talked to your kids about staying humble, staying in the moment, and not letting it get too big for them to understand that it is a week to week process, or
Hey,
you letting them fly high?
yeah, no, no, that is a daily conversation. And the last thing any coach could tell you, man, don't sit there and read the paper clippings because the more moment you'll be way up here, and the next moment you're looking back like, yo, what happened? So it's great to get pat on the backside, and people cheer you on and tell you the great things that you've done. But we celebrate those things on Friday night, enjoy it Saturday. We back to work on Sunday. So it's one of those things we've tried to map mindset. We've got to get back to
So listen, I just have to be honest with you. I'm telling you, it feels like this is a year Spring Mills can make a run.
it.
Um, State title, semi quarter, whatever it is you guys do, you're going to do great. Tell me what it is that you have to continue to get better at this week and next week and so forth to continue to make a run deep in the playoffs.
Well, I think defensively, we've got to continue doing being able to line up correctly to formations. And I'm always a strong believer if you can line up correctly, as far as your guys being in the right position, that's half the battle. So we got to be able to continue to line up straight. We got to be able to continue with our relentless pursuit to the ball, and tackle on defense is going to be the key. Offensively, we got to keep the chains moving. We can't be putting ourselves in a situation where we're first and 15, second and 20s, and expecting to convert first downs. So as long as we're keeping the chain turning forward, we're going to be all right. Taking care of the football, not fumbling, no interceptions. Those are going to be things that we need to do and continue to do. And then one thing we've been working on is being able to win one-on-one matchups. And that's one thing I've been challenging my receivers, honestly, since we've gotten back from William Park. Can you win a one-on-one matchup? And I can't forget about special teams, and we do a good bit of that every single day as far as putting some love in for our special teams. We can't give up big plays, but in the turn side, we got to create big plays in that special teams game.
You guys run a 3-3 stack.
Yes, sir.
And for people that don't understand, it's a little different than a 3-4 or 4-4. You have to have some studs up front that really have to plug up some holes. Can you just talk about your defensive line and how well they played holding up the front end of that 3-3 stack to be you haven't even given up a touchdown. What is it that they're doing?
Well, I think it starts in the middle with Abel. He's a guy who had to step in. He kind of played some spot minutes for us last year, but having to step in and fill Anthony Williams' shoes, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be an easy task, but he's absolutely risen up to the challenge. I think one of the things he's done well is his offseason has been tremendous. But then you open it up at the D ends there. You got Xavier and Prophet, and those are guys that can kind of get after it. They've been in that role for a couple of years now. But I will say one thing too about Abel. Now, you're talking about the odd stat. That's at that nose position. You're getting double teamed every single day, every single play. You're going to get double teamed, and you have to be a kind of a madman to be okay with that, accept that role that you're going to get double teamed, but you're going to find a way to split that defense, split the offense to create a play. And if we go back to the William Park game, he starts the game off with 2 huge plays for us. And so, again, just credit to him and what that defensive front brings us.
Coach, congratulations. Yeah, I'm giving you your flowers. I've been telling you at Home Team Sportsman, we love to follow you guys. That's why we're coming there. You got Maryland coming into town, South Harris. Yeah. So defend the line, defend the line. You know what I always say? We like to see you guys succeed both on and off the field. Coach, we wish you the best. Leave the game healthy, and I'm sure I'm going to see you in many weeks to come because you got something special going on. Thank you for being on.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.